And motorized scooters are all the craze in major cities around the country, but Fort Myers may skip this trend altogether. On Monday, the city will discuss banning the scooters before they ever get here. 4 in Your Corner's Miana Massey is in downtown Fort Myers speaking to neighbors about their take on the issue.
People in bigger cities like Miami and Tampa are pretty excited about an alternative way to get around. You simply download the app, scan the barcode, and there you have it. You can rent a scooter by the minute. We spoke to a local athlete who's experienced riding the scooters in other cities. He says he's all for bringing them here to Fort Myers.
It brings more to do. It allows a new way of travel. It just allows people to have a little bit more fun.
Local business owner Jenna Ameda is always in tune to the tourist population. She says it allows for them to cover more grounds and maybe even bring in more business.
The pros being that if you're not from around here and you just want to get around, check out the town, it's great for visitors.
But there were some people with a little more apprehension as there have been reports of many injuries on the scooters.
It would be a great thing as long as they had the rules in place to keep the people safe.
Chris Edge has lived in Fort Myers for years and is all for it, as long as it doesn't become clutter in the streets. His message to city council members is to
give it a fair chance, but just make sure that you have everything in line with respect to what you're going to do with them when there isn't anyone using them, and again, some way to make sure that you manage the number of them.
Sanibel and Naples have already made motions to prevent these scooters, but we'll have to wait to this week's city council meeting to see if Fort Myers follows suit. In the studio, Miana Massey, Fox 4, in your corner.
Thank you, Miana. And new tonight, a local group is helping honor the memory of fallen Fort Myers police officer killed in the line of duty. Earlier today, the Lost Riders, a motorcycle club, stopped at the police department to honor Officer Adam Jobbers Miller. They also rode to several local law enforcement agencies to present plaques of appreciation. And protecting Florida's senior citizens from their own family. It's what politicians from the state house all the way to the governor's office now say needs to be done. So coming up, we'll explain a new bill that could accomplish that goal.
Well, we had a fair amount of sunshine today, just a few clouds and record-breaking heat. Well, Storm Smart Skycam showing you a pretty picture, Pink Shell, Fort Myers Beach. I'll let you know if tomorrow's a beach day when I come back.
Huge.
Well, new tonight, one Florida lawmaker wants to reform our state's guardianship program. This comes after a man died under the program's watch. So now lawmakers, judges, even Governor DeSantis are calling for sweeping reforms to better protect our seniors. Investigator Adam Walser with our sister station in Tampa shows us what this new bill would do.
When I first heard about this, I'm like, what do we need to do? And we need to do it now.
State Representative Colleen Burton is calling for change. Burton says she's drafting a new law to protect vulnerable seniors in Florida's broken guardianship system. This comes after the death of Stephen Stryker, who investigators say died as a result of the actions of his court-appointed guardian, Rebecca Furley, now under criminal investigation.
Hey, Rebecca, do you feel bad about what happened to Stephen Stryker?
Stryker choked to death after Furley ordered his feeding tube removed and issued a do not resuscitate order without permission.
He choked to death after you signed this, and the hospital people told you that could happen. Do you not feel bad about that?
The I-team later uncovered Florida guardians widely using DNR orders on people under their care without the court's approval, something Burton says she hopes a new law will stop.
If they don't have that express authority, they have to go to court. A judge will have to say that they can do that.
That was Adam Walser reporting, and Burton says that her bill has strong support from both members of both parties, and she expects to file her legislation by the end of the month. Tonight, we know the name of a man hit and killed in a North Fort Myers crash. Troopers tell us that Jared Fichtelberg was crossing Bayshore Road when a car struck and killed him. This happened at the beginning of last month near where Bayshore crosses 41. The driver has not been charged, but troopers say the deadly crash remains under investigation. And tonight, a local nonprofit has more funds to fight homelessness throughout Lee County. The Lee County Homeless Coalition hosted their 15th annual dinner and silent auction tonight over at Bell Tower Shops. The chair of the nonprofit says they're focusing on a lot of people in the county.
We have almost 3,000 homeless individuals, and we want to support our agencies. We coordinate all the agencies coming together, and we host different events as well. But this is our largest fundraiser, and we hope to raise as much money as we can to support the homeless individuals.
And former Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back and current head coach at Evangelical Christian, Ernest Graham, was the master of ceremonies. November is Epilepsy Awareness Month, and Fox 4 anchor Jane Monreal helped kick it off this morning. She was the MC at the Walk the Talk for Epilepsy event. About 250 people participated this morning at North Collier Regional Park in Naples. Epilepsy Florida hosted this event. Funds raised will go toward helping stop seizures, finding a cure, and overcoming the challenges that epilepsy creates. Now, Jane's niece has epilepsy and is able to keep it under control with medication. And at Fox 4, we don't just want to bring you the news, we also want to be a part of the community. So last night, the Quality Life Center opened up their Teen Center for Leadership. Our very own Shari Armstrong got to help commemorate the event. Shari is an alum of the Q, and the organization provides enrichment programs to children ages 3 to 17. And you have one more chance to catch the high-flying action in person. There's only one day left at the Florida International Air Show. Planes aren't the only thing you can see while you're there. We'll also be there. Our own Jane Monreal will actually be there bright and early, so look for the Fox 4 tent. Stop by and say hello. And Eric, you didn't exactly have the good news for me.
I did.
We checked in with you earlier.
You
I
like
want
the hot
that
weather?
fall weather. I mean, I know I'm a Florida girl. You got to love the heat.
Yeah,
but
I was just in New Hampshire where temperatures were in the 40s and 50s. So
rub it in.
Yeah, it was a little chilly. I mean, I wore a jacket about every day. So now I'm back in the 80s and 90s, and it's very hot for me. My body's kind of acclimated up north. Well, you know, weather tomorrow really not all that bad for the air show, the Punta Gorda Air Show. 9 o'clock in the morning. Temperatures in the low 70s, upper 70s by lunchtime, and not quite as warm as today. In fact, 3 o'clock temperature in Punta Gorda, right around 83 degrees, and it will be mostly cloudy. Don't think we'll see too much in the way of rain on your Sunday. Make sure you check the smoke detector batteries as we turn the clocks back before you go to bed. Well, maybe an extra hour of sleep, or you can wake up an hour earlier. Either way, the sun will be setting before 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So we had record-breaking heat today. Temperatures 91 degrees Fort Myers, 89 Naples, both tying and breaking a record. More cloud cover on your Sunday, and then rain chances relatively low all week long, but they are there. Here's your highs. 91 broke a record of 89, and in Naples, 89 tied the record. How about 93 degrees in LaBelle, Immokalee, upper 80s along Lake Okeechobee. So yeah, it was pretty warm out today, and still is with the cloud cover. 80 degrees still in Naples, 79 Golden Gate, 77 in Cape, and 71 in Port Charlotte. Well, Storm Shield Doppler radar still showing you a few areas of rain here in southwest Florida. It looks like down toward coastal Collier County, we're seeing one shower headed toward the trail just to the west of Everglades City, and a couple of inland rain areas along Palm Beach Boulevard and right around LaBelle, Alva, down toward Immokalee along State Road 29. All in all, just an isolated threat of rain throughout the evening, especially east of I-75. But notice a line of rain in the Atlantic and also in the Gulf of Mexico. Well, this is all part of a stalled cold front. In fact, it is pretty much going to stay right there over the next 24 to 48 hours. That will provide a lot of cloud cover, a couple of showers possible tomorrow morning. I think most